welcome back to the Middle Ground. I'm Elizabeth, your host. Today I'm going to do another fun topic. I know many people have seen the movie Don't Look Up, and I watched it over the holidays. Obviously, there's so many topics that it addresses. My friends in Europe, commentary about watching this movie is, thank you for explaining American culture to us. Because they watch all of the craziness going on in American politics, in the government, and they don't understand how any of the dots connect. And this gave them a more insightful view into how the discussion is so unproductive in US politics. So, from all of my friends in Europe, thank you to the producers of Don't Look Up for explaining the American political dialogue to them, or lack thereof. I want to address the topic that I found raised with the character that was this tech CEO. And I feel like he embodied several public figures we all are familiar and know. And I'm going to call some guys out today. I'm going to call some friends out. I'm going to call some foes out. Call out some people I don't know. So you're all on blast. Apologies in advance if you're my friend. But I tell this to you all the time. Yeah, it's not like it's coming out of the blue that I'm going to say these things. What I picked up on about this character was the way he talked about this vision that was so big and was going to save the world, which is exactly the same rhetoric we get from all of these big tech figures. Bezos, Zuckerberg, Elon Musk talking about his grandiose plans and vision for this new society. We even get it from the Winklevosses. Sorry, guys. And living in Europe, being part of the tech startup, these are the idols that many of these business founders look up to and adopt a lot of this language. We're seeing this language adopted around the metaverse, how it's fixing things in society. I'm so tired of it. Anyone else? So I just thought that was really interesting that people buy into this rhetoric that started about 15 years ago with people like Mark Zuckerberg. Elon Musk has used a lot of the same types of strategy in getting people to give him money. And I think the reason that this really touches on their role in politics is interesting. Somebody suggested to me that Zuckerberg would be somebody great to grill. And I thought, why? I've seen my friends in Congress and the Senate grilling Mark Zuckerberg. So here's my thoughts on Mark Zuckerberg. Totally out of touch with reality. He's become so absorbed in this idea that he knew he was smarter than other people to create Facebook, right? To create the algorithms, to create the platform, and create a vision that nobody could see the potential in. And so he had to talk about things people couldn't see. Humans are not very imaginative. If you're creative and you try to describe things to human beings, they can't picture something they haven't seen already. So this is what Zuckerberg has had to do to be successful. And so then but he doesn't realize he's still a business owner. And the principles that apply to business don't matter what kind of business you have. I think this is what we see when the Senate asks him, what kind of competition is there out there in the similar space? Well, nobody competes with what I'm doing exactly. This is a very common response from creatives who think that their vision is different than anyone else's. But the reality is, if you're in the business world, you're still running a business. Is a business. And that's where some of these tech guys get so caught up and wrapped up in this creative vision being so unique that they fail to be grounded in the reality of the fact that it's still a business. Here's another example with Elon Musk. I was told recently that Elon Musk has talked about opposing some of the discussions around the Democratic Party proposed policies about taxation on corporations. I'll get into that in another video. It's obviously a big issue. And I thought that's so ironic. Elon Musk has never made his own money. This is something that my father has been astounded by, that Tesla has never had revenues or profits that were higher than their cost of doing business. So any money that Elon Musk has been paid himself for his income has all been the fact that other people keep giving money to Tesla. So I don't know if this makes sense. If you follow me, if you have a business, it has a certain level of operations. You have to produce the cars, etc. And that costs money. The way most businesses pay for those expenses is by making money through sales. You have sales. The sales are usually higher than the production costs, and that's what you call your profit margin. So that's something that Tesla has never had. Tesla's never had a positive profit margin. Tesla has always operated at a loss, where their revenues their sales do not make enough to pay for the production costs. The only reason that Tesla has continued growing is because of Elon Musk's rhetoric to go out and create this vision with investors, to keep giving money and pouring money into a company that has still never really paid them back. And so all of the money there's no money left if you do not make enough sales to cover the cost of production to pay anyone's salary. So this amount here is maybe Elon Musk's salary. Where is that coming from? Other people. So the bottom line is Elon Musk's salary that he's complaining about, whatever taxation he would have to pay, or the corporate taxation that might be increased, would all be taxes on money that he does not make himself. This is all hypothetically be taxes on other people's money. That's what he's complaining about paying taxes on. Sounds crazy, right? So when I saw this character in Don't Look Up, I thought, this guy nails this compilation of this group of tech CEO figures. And this is why it bothers me a little bit that the Winklevoss is talking about Bitcoin, talking about the metaverse the same way. It's like we're so tired of this particular type of bullshit you're not solving society's problems. The world would probably be better if Facebook didn't exist. And obviously, like many alumni, I was there during the early rounds of it being only select people invited to participate in the early days. So I've seen Facebook from the beginning. And although, while it might have been a cool idea, it's definitely not the product that it was when it originated. Definitely contributes more problems to our political discussion at the moment. And there we have it. So I just wanted to see what anyone else thought about this tech character, who obviously is the villain in the movie, but I felt nailed the way that Zuckerberg responds to these questions very defensively, nailed this language that gets used over and over again about the strategy, the way these tech companies talk about their vision for the world, that's saving all of these climate problems, that it's not really. True story, when I went to the Oxford Business School recruiting session in the fall of 2019, they literally said, we are sponsored by Facebook and Google, who want us to solve climate change. I'm going to leave you on that note because I love telling that story. This is my view here at the middle ground. But this has been just a fun video, and I hope to address more serious topics in the future. Bye.